Dr. Quinn. How are you going today?
Very good. Very well.
Excellent. Thanks for coming today. Would you like a glass of water or anything at all?
That'd be good. I'd like some drink of water.
Here we go. There you are. Now, thanks for coming today. The whole point of this conversation is to talk about effective communication, and you're a GP, so I thought that's very relevant in your health profession. How long have you been a GP for?
I've been a doctor now for over 35 years. General practice about 33 years, and it's a continual learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's you're very experienced at what you do, I'm sure. And I think for me, effective communication is very important and vital, particularly with health professionals. How do you describe effective communication?
I think the basis of effective communication, as far as I'm concerned as a GP, is you first of all must have good rapport with your patient.
Yeah.
And that is built up either over many years of practice or making the patient feel at ease fairly quickly in a consultation for a new patient. And sometimes the rapport can be developed quite quickly, even with a new patient. So the basis of good communication, I think, is rapport and then really good listening. Yeah. So you must have good listening skills, absorb what the patient is saying, what they're telling you, and then be able to sort that out and come to some diagnosis and treatment program. Yeah,
so you're saying that rapport building is kind of step number one that you've really got to work on, and then listening obviously is a vital thing that goes with that.
And then communication develops from that. So you come up with the diagnosis or the management plan, and once you've reached the diagnosis, then you must make sure that the patient understands what the diagnosis is, what the treatment is, and that can be just verbal communication, or it can be diagrams, or it can be websites, reputable websites about the condition. So it's
So making sure they understand what you're telling them, and
correct.
And I'm sure over your 33 years or whatnot, you've had to deliver both bad news and good news. And what are the difference between having to deliver bad news and good news in terms of communication that you deliver?
The foundation is the same, the rapport, listening. With good news, then obviously you're feeling better to start with, so you're less anxious. The patient's waiting for some good news, and you give it to them, so everyone's happy, I guess. Bad news, we still need to give that effectively, and I think as a doctor you do feel slightly anxious, but with time, I put that aside and just try and keep the patient at ease, give them the news. It's bad news, but you can only give them the news that you know. You can't look into the future. You can't give them prognosis unless you know all the details. Yeah,
I guess I never really thought about how it actually would affect you as well, not just delivering of the information. You actually have emotions that you're feeling as well when you're in a consultation with someone. So yeah, that's interesting and good to keep in mind. I guess you'd have to self-monitor that and realise that you've got to keep calm and keep them calm as well.
Got to keep calm. You've got to talk to the family or the spouse, and keep them informed. But you definitely have to keep calm in that situation. But it does. I guess over many years it does add up. It does take its toll, and you've got to be look after yourself as well.
No, self-care is a very big aspect of it as well. Yeah, cool. And so over the course of your learning, as you said, it's an ongoing learning experience. Have you found it becomes easier as you get older and more experienced? Or
in a lot of ways it does. The communication, the rapport that I build up with patients now is second nature. You can't get on with everyone, and that's just a fact of life. We're all different individuals, but with time I guess it has helped, and it's become easier, but the difficult bad news is still always it's not an easy thing to do, but we have to do it.
I understand. I feel like if I was in that situation, I would, particularly being as inexperienced as I am, I'd have to quite learn how to deal with those emotions that come with dealing with difficult situations and sometimes difficult patients, unfortunately.
Another thing I've learnt too over the years is that you have to be able to turn off. So even though you might know the patient, you might know them for 20 years and it's bad news, you've got to be able to switch off in between and see the next patient and then the next patient. Otherwise you would not be able to function properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll just build up too much.
Yeah, and you obviously see a lot of people a day. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Quinn. That's been really helpful. I've got a few things that I can take on into my practice, so I can learn from that. But yeah, thank you very much for today.
All the best for the future.
Cheers.
Thank you.